Hey, there it is. All right. You are live. All right. Just going to wait for people to start showing up. Get our charts ready here. Checking out the gold market. Nice move on natural gas. That we've got to 3-to-1. Natural gas has hit 3-to-1. Let's close that out. We're actually still going, but we're in that high time frame. We're in that high time frame demand zone there. So let's just close out that natural gas. 3-to-1. One target, you guys know when you've got one contract on there, you just got to close. You got to close out. Hey, Graham. Hey, Frank. Good morning, everybody. Just closed out of natural gas. Very nice. Platinum pumping, huh? Platinum? Let's get over to platinum. Let's get over to platinum. This is what we were talking about the other day on platinum. We got a downtrend. Momentum is down. And what are we doing? Pulling back into this supply zone area. We're below. We've got momentum on our side, and we're below the trend cloud on the 1 hour chart. 15-minute chart pulling back, also down. So we are down across the board. We are down across the board on platinum. Let's see here. Got some trend cloud signals. Okay. Putting up a trend cloud signal here. In between that 100 and 200 simple moving average. Nothing else going on there. But okay. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Are we seeing consistency the way we want to see it? Right? Are the wins? Here's 3-to-1. Here's a pullback. 3-to-1. Small losses, right? Small loss. Big win, small win, big win. Everybody seeing that? Are you guys starting to see a little bit more consistency on the profit taking? Because that's the goal. That's the goal here. And if you're not, then we've got to assess why, right? Are you taking targets? Are you not taking targets? That's all important stuff for consistency. Let's see here. AMS, JSE, SSW. Okay, Graham's got some stocks. Platinum here. Platinum, downtrend. Pseudo downtrend and downtrend, right? Pulling back. Platinum seems to be pulling back pretty deep, so where's the level of, those are all platinum stocks. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Platinum stocks. So if platinum is, going down and we've got all this momentum to the downside, then, we probably are looking at, then we're probably looking at those stocks going down as well. JSE. Let's take a look and see. Yep. Sure looks like it, right? Same thing. Yep. Same exact thing. Looks pretty much the same, right? Just starting to break below that 4-hour. But the 1 hour and the 15-minute, yep, also very much to the downside, right? South Africa. Yep, that's what we got here. Absolutely. Yep, here we are, 15-minute chart, pulling back deep. So the idea is, where's this pulling back to? There we go. That's what I was looking for. So where are we pulling back to here? Well, right, here's the market edge. If it breaks through this and goes to here, okay, we've got two areas there. Maybe it wants to pull back, kind of go sideways here. Either one of these, we're both inside of that high time frame demand zone. No ADR checkpoints. And here we do have previous days open, right? Previous days open right here. It's just that this is pulling back really deep above, above the trend cloud, right? So when we have a situation on your trend cloud where the lower time frames, or I should say, when you have those supply zones, when you have supply zones that are above the trend cloud, that becomes very risky. That becomes very risky, right? Because, what we want to see is this. We want to see pullbacks into demand zones, that are inside the trend cloud or right at the 50. See how this pulled back to the 50 and then went down? So I think on those lower time frames, platinum is looking like a sideways movement here. Let's go to I've got that on 5-minute, I think. Yeah. So if that's what I love about the opening range tool, that opening range breakout tool that you guys get with TrendCloud. Look at how it's telling us, hey, if we break out to the upside here, we've got a ton of downward trend. We got downward trend. We've got downward momentum. Break out to the upside. We've got a lot of stuff here. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff here as resistance. A lot of resistance levels here, all through here. all resistance levels, right? So, yeah. So, might as well wait and see what happens with that. Let the reaction take place. This is a situation where, because of all this sideways movement, let the reaction take place, because we don't know where it's going to hit. So let it work itself out. When it breaks below here and we break through structure, okay, you can be aggressive and you can take the entry right here at the break of structure, or you can wait for the retest of the opening range. I would rather get aggressive with something down here than something up here, because down here it's below the trend cloud, and we're giving it the opportunity, right? Like, let's say this is the 50. We're giving it the opportunity to do something like this, right? Breaks below the 50, pulls back into the trend cloud and down, back into the trend cloud and down. We're giving it the opportunity to do that. We want this situation, and we're kind of going back and forth sideways here. Could we get in on a really good, supply zone up here? Yeah, we could. But with all that momentum, I think it's better to wait until we break structure right there, and then take the retest down, right? So if you're going to get aggressive, I'd get aggressive at the break of structure right here. If you want to be conservative, I would wait for the retest somewhere like that. Okay, that's the pattern. That's the pattern that you guys should look for. Always. That's always the pattern. So just a good rule of thumb. You have a better chance of success when you're taking trades that are below trend cloud. If you're going short, you want to find those supply zones that are below trend cloud on whatever time frame you're looking for. As soon as you look to start taking supply zones above trend cloud, now you've got a little bit more of a sideways movement there. Yeah, hard to tell, Graham. It's hard to tell what that is, right? We'll never know. We'll never know. It's a good guess. I like your guess. It's just we'll never know. And so, because you'll never know certain things, you've got to wait, and you've got to trade what you see. And we trade patterns, right? We look for patterns. And that's one of them. Let's get over to gold. We're doing so well on gold. We're doing so well on gold. I posted some. Posted some pictures on gold. I posted a video in the chat on gold. Definitely take a look at that. It has the trades that we took from the very beginning. Really surprised that we pulled back. A lot of mixed signals now, right? What kind of trend is this on the 4-hour chart? What kind of trend is this? Is this up or down? I've got green candles, but the 50 is red. We're starting to break below the 50, but the candles are still green. That's TrendCloud telling you, man, we got mixed signals here. Mixed signals on gold. Still looking to buy the dip. Still looking to buy the dip on gold. ADR checkpoints. We did so well on gold yesterday because we just kept buying the ADR checkpoints, right? We kept buying it. Buy it, make a little bit of money, reverse. Went to this one. Buy it, make a little bit of money, reverse. That's what we ended up doing. How far down is gold going to go on that 4-hour chart? Well, start looking for the support levels. What do we got? Right here, 100, simple moving average. Look where it's at. It's at that second ADR checkpoint. Now support levels are starting to stack. What else do we have? We've got this right here. Right? We've got that rally-based rally that started all of this. Opening range. Oh, looky there. All right. We've got these levels. Previous week's close inside of that demand zone. Breaking out to the upside with all this downward movement. It's a little wishy-washy, right? Downward momentum on the 1-hour chart. However, we're starting to get a momentum shift on the 4-hour chart. So we're up on the 4-hour, but we're down on the 1-hour. What's it going to be? We don't know. So we have to look for some sort of consistency. We have to look for some sort of consistency because that's the name of the game, right? Consistency. Small loss, right? Small loss, big win, small win, big win, right? We're hitting 3-to-1 on these trades. We're hitting 3-to-1 on these trades. And that's what we want to continue to do. The majority of the trades are going to be base hits. And then hopefully you get to bring in some runners, right? By scaling out of the trade. So if you have 3 contracts, those are your runners. And, you look to bring those runners in one by one. Base hits, base hit, base hit, base hit. And then home run once in a while. What's a home run? When you catch a trend. Catch a trend and the thing just keeps going, right? It's all about base hits. All right. Gold. Today you're looking, you're not following the plan, gold. Look at that. News. Let's see. Gold prices fell off a record high early on Friday as the dollar rose to a month high. Good for you. We already know what's going on. We call the shots with actual reasons. We're calling the shots with our TrendCloud system every day now, and it's all recorded. It's all recorded. We're calling the shots before the news comes out. You're doing something right when you can do that. You're doing something right when you can do that. All right. Let's see. Let's watch the open. Oh, let's get rid of that. Let's see what we got here. 15-minute chart of the S&P. 1 hour chart, highly extended, right? We really want to break below this 50 here. Look at these lower lows, right? Lower lows taking place, 9:30. There's our little orange line. You guys get to see how this looks and how everything forms. I love that. I love having that stuff on the chart so that we could see exactly what's going on here. 4-hour chart, no doubt about it, you're in an uptrend. Starting to cycle up, which means you're in an impulse phase, right? But momentum is down. Okay. Hasn't chosen the upward direction yet on momentum. And we've got these lower lows, higher, lower highs, sort of, right? This one broke above, but we're still trying to fight to get to the downside. A lot of sellers want to come in here. So that opening range is forming. Can't take advantage of any pre-market trend cloud signals because we don't have the trend and momentum on our side. We can only take those trend cloud signals, drop down to the 5. Yeah, no trend cloud signals here to the downside. No trend cloud signals today. We've got one forming here. We just broke above that. Why did we break above this trend cloud signal to the downside? Well, we're in an uptrend on multiple time frames. Momentum is on our side, but not the trend. Mixed signals, right? Can't really take that. In order to take this short, what do we want to see? We need more information. Draw out what you want to see. You go through your charts and you say, okay, well, we've got an uptrend on the 4-hour chart. We've got an uptrend on the 1-hour chart, but momentum is down. Now we're really close to getting a downward trend here on the 1-hour chart. So what do we need to see on the chart to start putting the pieces together for the downside? Well, you need to see this. This is the first thing you need to see, right? Is a break of structure here on that lower time frame. Now, at this point, you're in that, you're creating that third wave, and you are below the 50 simple on the 1-hour chart. See that? We need to see this first before we can start planning, a short trade. You can't just make an observation and go short. You have to make sure that it fits the narrative of your trade plan. What do we like to see? Well, we like to see trend and momentum on our side. Okay. Well, great. Well, then let's take a look. Where's trend? Where's momentum? At this point, if we get this move, okay, if we get this, then we'll have trend. We've got the momentum part. We just need the trend part on that middle time frame. Then we'll have the 5-minute and the 1-hour trend to the downside, and we'll probably also have the 15-minute as well. Right? There you go. You already have the 15-minute. 15-minute downtrend is looking really good. Look how it's bouncing off of that 15-minute trend cloud. Continue that, break structure right there. At that point, maybe we'll have the opening range put in. and you can take the retest of the opening range to the downside. Put the pieces together. Put those pieces together and practice that. Make sure you guys are drawing stuff on your charts. Seth Godin is one of my business mentors, and he calls that poking the box. If you poke the box enough, you'll learn how to do this, but you got to poke the box. Poking the box also initiates action, right? Because sometimes when we don't know how to do something, we shut down. And if you shut down, then nothing happens. You ever hear of the term analysis paralysis? Well, I've gotten that for sure. I like to make sure I know how to do everything first before I take action. And I've learned that's not the best way to approach things. And I just finished reading Poke the Box by Seth Godin. Let me see if I can bring that up, because that's really important for you guys. Let me bring that up here. There you go. That's the book right there. I have it on, I have this book on audio. It's excellent. Excellent book. Poke the Box by Seth Godin. Definitely pick that up. Definitely pick that up. That's going to help you a lot. Okay. Back to the charts here. Back to the charts. There we go. All right. Important reading there. Okay. So, yeah, starting to form the opening range here on the S&P. That'll be completed at 9:45, and then we'll see what we've got, right? This is the previous day's opening range. So we are super extended here, and we know that we want to make a move to the downside. We can start drawing some supply zones, right here. And right here. So what we need is some action. We need some action first, right? We need some action in order to make money. We can't just make an observation and expect to get, 3-to-1 or 4-to-1. We can't expect that. In order to have consistency, and survive those small losses, right? Small loss, big win, small loss, big win, or small win, big win. 3-to-1, 1-to-1, 3-to-1, base hits, right? Base hits, that's what we are looking for. And eventually we'll hit the home run. But you got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent with that trade plan. All right, so let's continue to look. We'll let the indexes do what it's going to do. Crude oil. Let's go over to crude oil. Are you guys watching the crude oil market? If you guys are watching the crude oil market, we made quite a move to the upside here. And look at how your TrendCloud gave you all this information, right? Gave you all this information. Crude oil reaching new heights. Hey, that's great. Okay, I get it. Crude oil is reaching new heights. Here you go, right? Here's the climb. You can follow that on the high time frame. You start buying crude oil up here at $83 and you lost, right? Well, we knew from the get-go that we had an extended trend on that 1 hour chart. Not the best buying opportunity, right? Not the best buying opportunity. We want to wait. We want to wait for that to recalculate. So it pulled back. Where did it pull back to? Look at that high time frame. Pulled all the way back to the 50 simple, right? And that was a major downtrend on the 1 hour chart. And it must have looked, and it was huge on the 15-minute chart, right? This was huge on the 15-minute chart. Five-minute opening range on crude oil, that's what we use. Wait for that to recalculate. Come on. There we go. So what is the context of the trade on the highest time frame? That's what you got to look at first. What's the highest, or what is the context here? Well, we've pulled back into support. We are impulsing up with momentum on our side. So right off the bat, we know that the narrative we want to follow is up, because that's what the highest time frame is telling us. Okay. What do we have here on the middle time frame? We're just starting to break above the 50. Great. We like that. Candles are still red. Momentum is up. But we are impulsing down in this downtrend, right? So we're breaking out to the downside. That makes sense. Where are there, where do we see on that 5-minute chart, where do we see something decent, that broke structure? Well, we've got this right here on the 5-minute. Go out to the 15. Okay, this is just some deep, these are all deep pullbacks here. These are levels, right? These are levels of imbalance here, pulling back really deep. Rally base rally right down here that we could be heading for. Okay, make that green. So now what is this? 5-minute chart, opening range. Let's put that opening range in. Here's the 5-minute opening range right here. There's your 5-minute opening range on the 15-minute chart. Pulling back, breaking to the downside. Breaking to the downside with a lot of upward momentum. What's that tell you? Tells you want to be looking for bear traps, right? You want to be looking for that bear trap. breaking out to the downside. A lot of people going short here. A lot of people going short because this is all they're looking at. They're just looking at this. ADR checkpoints anywhere? Would have been nice to see an ADR checkpoint somewhere in here, right? But it's not. It's all the way down here. Yeah. ADR isn't going to help us today on crude oil. Could this be a spot? Maybe. All we know is that we've got upward momentum on multiple time frames. We're cycling up. Right there, we've got some resistance. Okay, that's a level of imbalance on the high time frame. That's why you always draw a supply zone and a demand zone, okay, on your highest time frame. Where's that other demand zone? Well, I would say we've got it right here, right? Looks like consolidation on the lower time frames, but that's how you would draw it. That's how you draw out your zones. And if you draw out your zones, you'll make those base hits. Okay? You'll make those base hits if you draw out those zones. Orders, what orders do we have here? Copper. I think we have some orders placed here. Let's get rid of that. Make sure that anything that you orders, there we go. Now we're okay. Always check to see if you have any resting orders. If you have resting orders placed on trades that didn't work out, or everything changed, because the chart's going to change, the patterns are going to change every day, right? Patterns will change every day. So make sure you go back into that, go back into your simulator and make sure that you're treating it as if it was a live account, because that's where we have to start, guys, right? So the idea is with the coaching, I'll get you consistently profitable in the simulator, me and you. Then you've got to get profitable in the simulator by yourself. And then you move into the live market. Okay? That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do. All right. So copper, what's going on with copper here? Extended trend on that 4-hour chart, and then we pulled back and we recalculated. We've got the crossover on copper, right? But we've got upward momentum. So what's the narrative here? Well, this thing, if we look at the very first, just look at the very first level of imbalance and the very first level of resistance, right? TrendCloud, that plus sign right there represents resistance. The formation represents imbalance. What are we heading for? Right? We're heading for this 100 simple here. Right? We also have that ADR checkpoint. Look at how the 100 simple moving average is at the second ADR checkpoint for today. If we get a move down to here, that's it. Right? If we're looking to go short, which, you know, we're waiting to get that shift, right? We've got bearish divergence here. How far down is this going to go? Well, you'll never know. That's why you have to take the trades at those inflection points, right? You've got to take the trade within the supply or demand zone. And you want to look to add, support and resistance levels inside of those supply and demand zones, like right here, right? If we look left, kind of close. Here's the consolidation. That consolidation has, right? Here's the 100 simple on the high time frame. Goes past it a little bit, hits that fourth ADR checkpoint inside of this demand zone. Levels of support inside of your demand zone. You got to look for that every single time. News, Benzinga, FedEx to rally over 32%. FedEx is going to rally. We'll see about that. If you want to buy FedEx, jump over to that 1 hour chart. FedEx Corporation. Here's your buy signal on FedEx right here. Right? If you bought FedEx right there at that TrendCloud crossover, you did very well. Got earnings tomorrow. Maybe it pulls back. Maybe it pulls back to 239 where you could get back in. That is a big gap up. Huge gap up like that. News comes out tomorrow, and if it's good, it's going to go even higher. Look at how on the 15-minute chart, super extended to the upside, which means it's going to want to break below this somewhere, okay, and start to recalculate. It's going to want to start to recalculate somewhere down here. Earnings was last night. Oh, okay. Why is this telling me earnings? More FedEx financials. Yep. And that is part of the NASDAQ. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ. 4 hour chart on the NASDAQ is up. Recalculating on the 1 hour chart. 15-minute chart is still down. Take a look at the opening range. Opening range, no breakout yet. Little breakout to the downside here. So we've got an uptrend, down momentum. Well, those are clearly mixed signals, right? So if it breaks to the upside, we're following the trend. If it breaks to the downside, we're following momentum. But you'll always have multiple time frame trend or momentum against you because they're not in alignment yet. We've got to wait. We've got to wait for alignment. We've got to wait for a move that will look something like this. Break to the upside. pulls back, break structure right there. If it does that on the 15-minute chart, most likely we will now have momentum and trend on our side, right? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for green on the momentum. We're looking to be above positive 100 on CCI. This is the pattern that's going to bring us there. This is the pattern that's going to bring us there, whether that pattern takes place on the 5-minute or the 15-minute first. Russell? Uptrend, uptrend. Same thing. Downward momentum, cycling down, right? So we're correcting. Russell is correcting. Where's it going to correct to? There's your high time frame trend cloud right there. Pulls back into this trend cloud. Now this looks interesting here. Pulls back into the trend cloud. And look what we've got, ADR checkpoint right there. We've got that ADR checkpoint. We've got the previous day's open and the previous week's close, looks like. Lot of support levels inside of that high time frame trend cloud. And it is really pulling back. Does it reach this demand zone all the way down here? It's possible. Oh, and look what that is. Look what we've got here. 200 simple moving average. That's super powerful. If this thing rips all the way down, I mean, that's quite, oh, look at how far away that is. That is super far away. And if it rips all the way down there, we're going to, I mean, momentum is definitely going to be against us, right? If we want to take this long and we want it to fit the narrative of the high time frame, there's the 100 simple inside of, yeah, this is interesting. I mean, if this pulls down here into the trend cloud of the 4-hour chart, remember, this is the 4-hour trend cloud right here. So if this pulls down into that 4-hour trend cloud, that's going to fit the narrative for the uptrend, right? Pulls down, makes that move up. That would fit the narrative of the high time frame uptrend, but it would still take a while to get that, to get some green bars here on momentum. So if we get this, then we'll start to get this piece and this piece. Then we can take the trade somewhere in here, right? Something that forms in here. Take that to the upside. Put the pieces together. Just keep stacking the deck in your favor. That's all you can do. FedEx, I would wait for a 50% retracement before entering, if not already in. Yeah, take a look at that 50% retracement on Fibonacci. That's excellent, Graham. Yeah, use everything that you learned. Use everything that you learned. And is that 50%, that 50% retracement level is a support level, right? That's a support level. That is a form of mass psychology, right? Lots of people will look at that Fibonacci level. That's mass psychology. The level of imbalance between buyers and sellers, that's your supply and demand zone. So put it all together. Okay, let's look for that 50% retracement level on Fibonacci. That's a support level. Okay, what about, is there a demand zone? Are we inside of a demand zone? Where is TrendCloud? Are we inside of the TrendCloud? Is there an ADR checkpoint? Did it move? How many waves did it go? You've got to stack that information on top of each other and build your case for entry. And that's how you would enter this trade. All right. So we did a lot of theory today, guys. But everything that we're doing is working. We're calling the shots before the news even comes out. I love when that happens. We're consistently profitable again for March. We did 24% in February. I know some of you out there are already in the live market. I know Kazi did 16% in February in his live account. Man, 16%. Excellent. Excellent. It's all about those base hits, guys. Just remember that. Pick up that book if you want. Poke the Box by Seth Godin. Excellent book. And yeah, keep stacking the deck in your favor. Go over the technical analysis course. Ask questions. Anything that you guys are having trouble with. If you're not consistently profitable, if you're not seeing those base hits, and then one home run a month or whatever, let me know what's going on. It's my job to get you consistently profitable in that simulator. That's my job. Then you will get consistently profitable on your own in the simulator. And then you move yourself into the live account. Okay. And I will gladly help you make that transition. So, all right. Very good, guys. I'm going to go get some breakfast. And I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Definitely go over your charts, draw stuff out like this, and ask yourself, how many pieces of the puzzle do I have? Do I have trend on my side? Do I have momentum on my side? Do I see that across multiple time frames? Just focus on that for now. Trend, momentum across multiple time frames, your high time frame and middle time frame. Make sure you have that, then you can take your trade, right? Trend, momentum on the high time frame and the middle time frame. Do I have that? Just stick with that for now. And I think you'll see that you'll be able to filter out more trades. Oh, Ron, hey, welcome, Ron. Good to see you, buddy. All right, I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it, Ron. Ron's our new TrendCloud member, guys. So that is what you want to do. Focus on trend and momentum across multiple time frames. Get that part down first, and then you will start to see more consistent trades. You'll get those base hits. You'll get those 3-to-1s, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and then you'll end up hitting a homer. Okay. All right, guys. Good job today, everybody. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye, everybody.